Welcome back, guys. I'm here doing another small town video. Anyways, today I'm in Blue Mound, Illinois. And the reason I'm in Blue Mound, something catches my attention every time I drive through Blue Mound. And it's this stuff right back here. I don't know if this place that I'm next to is, if it's a place that works on EMS vehicles. I don't know if somebody's wealthy and has a hobby and an interest in them. But every time I drive through, there are multiple fire trucks, some ambulances, some police squad vehicles. And I just love fire trucks. I love EMS vehicles. I was a volunteer firefighter many years ago, and it always catches my attention. But there's some other stuff in town, as you'll see, that I find pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and get started. As I stated, this is a pretty busy road. It runs along a state highway here. But when I come and go on this very road, I see these fire trucks, I see police cars. Of course, we got our grain bin and our water tower. I personally kind of would love to own a fire truck. I have no use. It's like one of the silliest things ever, but it'd be fun. Well, there it is, Central Service Center, Emergency Fleet Services. I've never even seen that sign, so now we know why all these vehicles are here. And as you can see, they've got drop cords for the batteries and whatnot, so it's they're still working on them and whatnot around here. What's your preference in fire truck? Do you like the yellow ones? Do you prefer fire engine red or a different color? This yellow one's kind of cool looking to me, but I mean, fire trucks are meant to be red. They literally have a color, fire engine red, so that's my take on it. Notice as I'm standing here, the sign as you come into town, Blue Mound, the town that adds color, welcomes you. The town that adds color is their slogan. That's interesting to me. I wonder what that means. So I'm walking along here. There's no sidewalk along this highway. I'm just walking in the edge of the grass. But do you guys see what I just found? It's a flip phone. It's like American Pickers out here. I got around the corner and I am on the sidewalk. We have one now. So just some interesting little yard decor that people have. I can't say I've seen anybody use a small bucket for an excavator before. Is yard decoration. I like it. That's a positive to me. I'm along the back side of this place now that works on EMS vehicles, and this fire truck, a little bit older. It's got a broken windshield there. I'm gonna guess that's an early 90s. I'm no expert, but I feel like it's a little bit older than the two that were on the front side. And next up, we're gonna check out Wise Park, which it would appear established in 1903. And the sign was donated by the Blue Mound Rotary Club. I'm only reading what's on the signs. I'm no expert on these things. I'm sure you guys knew that though. And you basketball, full court basketball hoops. I can imagine that in the summertime that lots of kids come and play basketball down here, and I would hope so at least. I know I did when I was young. I loved going and playing ball. This fountain, also donated by the Rotary Club, it would appear. I'm venturing to bet that this community does embrace this park. And when it's not the middle of winter, it's probably used pretty good. It's probably used and appreciated. I could see them having some community events down here. This structure caught my eye as I was driving around. And we're going to step up in a moment and check it out. Let's see what these plaques say. More memorials. Cloyd B. Moore. Albert E. O. Bond. The Birdhouse Man. And then the plaque on the structure. To that sturdy pioneer, Hiram H. Wise, who in an early day thought on their comforts of future generations and gave this park to a prairie people where they might gather, laugh, and be good neighbors together. So now you see it. I'm not sure what the purpose of the concrete structure is. I mean, essentially it is just a retaining wall. You know, maybe it's just functional. Maybe they added this dirt in so they could have their own amphitheater. And so with adding the dirt, you know, they had the retaining wall up there. I guess that's the purpose of all of this, obviously. So yeah, a lovely theater set up here. So I'm kind of curious. This place isn't terribly far from where I live. I wonder if Blue Mound ever has any concerts in the summertime out here. This is a small town. I feel like it'd be a lovely place to just come on a Saturday evening and just hang out for a couple hours. They have horseshoes as well. I could come hang out. Kids could play at the playground, listen to some music, bring your dinner or whatever. Let's go check out this memorial. You know, you see these things in parks nowadays. It's kind of crazy to actually stop, and rather than just be something that's sitting in the park that you walk by and quote looks, I don't even want to call it pretty, but to imagine this being a weapon used in war. Just because I never really, this may sound silly, I never really think of it as a weapon. I just think of these cannons as memorials, but this was actually a weapon. And we have Civil War veterans here and their names and what infantry they were in. And we have all veterans by the citizens of Blue Mound. So driving around town, there was a couple homes to me that just were beautiful and needed a little bit of just recognition. And this was definitely one of them. And I don't know when this house was built, but it's definitely old. And I absolutely love that, I don't even know what you call it, that steeple area. I love the design in this front porch. It's absolutely beautiful. This home is gorgeous. And then it's got a carriage house as well. I've never seen this before. If you live in this town and you live near it, you probably drive past it every day, and it is what it is. I think maybe that's part of why I like coming to small towns I'm not familiar with, because you look at things with fresh eyes. And I drove past this place and just had great respect for it. So it's really nice to just kind of look at things you've not looked at before. So we're still traveling around Blue Mound, and we're by the fire department right now. And I noticed this overturned car. I'm sure that's for training. They probably have that overturned on purpose for extraction training and whatnot like that. But it was interesting to me. But then, if you notice behind the car, that trailer, that, I guess that's like an old vending, like an old food service trailer. Just very interesting to me. Kind of thing my eyes catch, just wanting to purchase and do something silly with. So thought it was noteworthy. Of course they have a, who is that? Amphiteater? I don't know. Of course they have a lodge. But if fire trucks and EMS vehicles wasn't enough reason to come check out Blue Mound, how about an airplane on the roof of a bar? That was kind of the tipping point that I was like, yeah, we're checking out Blue Mound. The old gas station before Casey's came to town. Abandoned gas station. My last video was abandoned video store. I guess now we're doing abandoned gas station today, huh? I don't think it's been abandoned that long. Hey, there's still some Diet Dr. Pepper in there and some Gold Peak tea. Man, that looks like a mess though. There's that. Cigarettes have all been taken off the counter though. Yeah, I don't know when this gas station closed, but I don't think it was that long ago. I mean, it would have been maybe a couple years, but not like 10, 15 years ago or anything like that. So we'll check out the businesses that way in a few. But let's get back to this over here. And then we'll walk our way back down the street. There are two things over here that I'm interested in checking out. You see that truck? That old truck? Well, and now I see the Harley Davidson sign. See, there's just some unique, something I'm noticing today. I've been in town for an hour to do this. There seems to be a lot of little bit of quirkiness and uniqueness and flair in Blue Mound. Oh, let's peek in this window before we go over there to check out the stuff that we were talking about. Ooh. What is, that's a Mercedes, that is an old classic Mercedes Benz. And I can't tell what that one is. A Ford something? Perhaps. Chrysler? I can't tell. Building is in rough condition. Some wood paneling back in there. All the windows are boarded up but this one. I wasn't even going to walk up to this building. So kind of large, where it may have one time been an old car dealership, but it's nothing now. But that's kind of neat. So anyways, I think I was getting ready to talk about that liquor sign. How cool. I think those are neons. I just talked about neons in my last video, but that's a classic sign. And then of course JB's Hideout is a bar that's here in Blue Mound. This building, truthfully, doesn't look all that old. I don't know if it is or not. I think the ones in the rest of the downtown area are older. I didn't see that from the street. Kegs are falling out of the plane. Appreciate that. I'm going to tell you right now that JB's Hideout is that's a pretty cool building. This is pretty cool looking stuff going on here. And they got a cool bar sign up there as well. Who knew? I wonder about this place. I wonder if it's this is a small town, but I wonder if it's a popular place or not, because it's pretty cool. If there were a bar in a vacation destination and it had the Harley sign and the bike on the roof and the airplane on the roof and a really nice patio area like this, isn't that the place you'd go when you're on vacation? I want to take one moment too to just appreciate this old Ford flatbed truck. Well, it's not flatbed, this old Ford truck. I directed the microphone at the grain elevator for a moment. Were you guys able to hear the dryers? If you didn't live in a small town, that meant nothing to you. Grew up in a small town, and I can hear them right now as I'm walking around this area, and that just takes me back to my childhood, because you always heard those dryers going at the elevator. And then another interestingly constructed brick building that was probably a business at some point in time. Now it's empty. I really like these old downtown buildings. I know I show them to you guys over and over in videos, but more often than not, somebody owns them and just use them as storage, and they kind of just sit and rot. But you can just look for details and pieces of the past, and And it's always nice when a business, well, you know, the slots, that's like a, if you're in Illinois, they're everywhere, even in small towns now. But they had food in there. I saw some signs about panini sandwiches and whatnot, so. I wonder how old that shirt is. Have an open dentist office. So if you come to Blue Mound, you have, I've seen Dollar General, a dentist office, a Casey's, Fran's Tailoring and Alterations. It's open. This is the Blue Mound Museum, and it's closed, but I'm sure there's lots of interesting things to see in there. And an antique shop, it's the name is kind of worn off. It's closed today, but they'll be open tomorrow. Maybe I'll need to come check out this antique shop sometime. See, I really like these ones that are, this is an old downtown building and it has a garage bay door to it. Who knows what it was at some point in time, an old garage or something, but the possibilities of redoing this building and making it whatever you want, they're pretty wide open. And I think that pretty much does it. All the rest of this is this body shop. I've got to get at least one angle for you guys from across the street so you can see the whole buildings. See the architecture at the top. See the whole block and the grain elevator looming over top. I love it. I just love it. I don't know why. I just love it. This is something for me. Like, maybe not all of you guys appreciate this as much as I do, but somebody out there probably does. That's gonna do it for today, guys. I hope you love these small towns and just checking them out and seeing some of the past and some relics and some new things, but some quirky and interesting things just as much as I do. Hope you liked the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.